Welcome back everybody to another beautiful day on the Finca. There isn't a cloud in the sky today, but it's not too hot. 29 we're forecast to get. It's currently around 20, which is a lovely bit of a breeze, but not too oppressive for the microphone. First of all, we'd like to thank all of you. Thank you for everyone for the lovely comments. Thanks for the suggestions about the dog baths. We've had some plastic bath sand pit ideas, which are just great. We'll see if we can get some of them here in Spain. Yeah, it's so obvious, I never even thought of it. So yeah, we're getting that sorted out. Well, so thank you. We've just reached 750 subscribers. We're on a goal to get 1,000. So if you enjoy the videos, please consider subscribing below. It doesn't cost anything. And check the little bell, select all, to make sure you get notification of all our future videos. So yeah, 250 more to go. Absolutely brilliant news. Thank you so much to everyone. Right, today we're on with the stable for Don Quixote and Goatee. Next thing we need to do is put a centre post in there for the front, and then we can look at getting the roof on to provide shade. When we've done this, we'll be able to do some shade for ourselves in the courtyard, which we desperately need, but we've got to get this done first. So we're going to clear those poles out of the way. The poles, we're going to put a fence around it, obviously, so they'll have the shade, have the bedding bit, and then a fence where they can wander out, which they can get sun in the winter when it's cold, or stay in the shade in the summer when it's hot. It'll all unfold as we do it, but today, yeah, we need to clear this area now, what's there, get the centre post in, get it level, get it concreted in, and then look at getting the roof on. These posts, obviously we're going to cut them down. The reason we didn't cut them initially was because A, we didn't know how deep we'd be able to get them into the ground, and B, the ground's all at different levels anyway, so we thought we'll get it all in and then we'll cut them all off level when we come to do the roof. So let's crack on with it. Okay, so the mess has gone. What we've done, just put a piece of string across between the two corner posts, and we're just going to measure the centre and dig our hole, or we're going to try and dig a hole. You just never know what you're going to find in this ground. It can be very, very easy, or, well, in the case of that side, impossible. So we'll measure it up, mark it out, and get digging. It's rock hard, but it seems to be a lot of smaller stones that are just compacted in, so it's not really good to fix to, but we're going to try a little breaker friend on it, see if we can make some headway into it that way. Let's have a look. Alright, there goes nothing. So there it is. It's not very deep, but if you can see the sides, if you can make it out on the thing, it's like solid stones. We've had to break a lot of them in half with the breaker just to get the hole. So I reckon that'll probably bond pretty well with our concrete and it'll become part of the floor. Right, so we're going to get the post in now, get it in position, get it levelled. Right, okay, it's in, it's clamped, it's popped, it's vertical, it's level. We're going to throw some concrete in it before it moves. Same process as yesterday. Mix it dry in the hole, pour water on it, go away fly, and let's get on with it. Okay, the final post is in. Well, the final post of the shelter. We've still got to do the fence. We're going to have to nip and get some more concrete. but we're going to nip to the builders merchants in a bit anyway and have a look at the different kinds of roof. We think we're going to put one of those poly what's it called, fibro cemento. It's like a fibrous concrete, very heavy, properly stop it blowing away. So we're just going to let that dry for a little bit, go and have a drink, and then we'll come and have a look at getting some roofing bits on. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to attach these big lengths. We've actually got a bonus here because we thought they were 3 meters. They're actually 3.5 meter length. So it's going to make our roof even wider that way, so even more shade. So that's even better. So I'm just going to cut a bit off these. We're going to have the roof overhanging the sides a bit. So, but we don't want it overhanging that far. So we're just going to cut them back a bit. So when it overhangs, we're going to leave these open from the front to let air flow through. Whether we find a way of closing them off in the winter to keep a bit of heat in, we don't know, but for now, for the summer, we're going to leave them open so the air can flow through so it won't get too hot. So we'll get a couple cut, one for this side, one for that side, and get them in place. So we're just going to take that off, so it'll overhang about 400 mil, 40 centimetres, 14 inches. Get it right, close your ears. Right, so we'll just pop this one in here. It says. We're going to go and have a look at the roofing bits in a bit. It's possible we might need some extra supports depending on how heavy it's going to be. But we'll put them in. We'll probably just put a centre one down here. Well, we'll figure that out when we get the weight. Right, screw this into place now. Go and cut the other side and get that one in as well. Right, so the back one's in, fabulous. The front one, obviously it needs to be a little bit higher so the rain will run off the back. We'll probably even put a gutter on that and try and collect anything that we can, even if it's just for them to drink. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have to notch out these posts because that's actually sat on the top of the timber here as well, and I said I'm going to put some other braces in as well, but on the front when we cut these up I'm going to have to notch them out so the weight of the beam is bearing through the post and not just screwed to it. I don't really want to touch them yet until the concrete's had another day's setting, because if you move it, if it does move once, well that's it, it's wobbling forever. So yeah, I think we're going to go and have a look at the stuff for the roof and just see what we're at with that. Did I explain even though the same at the back? We'll come across the front, stepped in, and then the purlins are they called, will run across this way, higher at the front than the back, and then the roof will sit on top of those. Depending on how wide our roofing boards are, that's how far apart we put those. So yeah, we're going to go and have a look at them first, see how heavy they are, see how wide they are, see what's available, double check what's available, and we'll report back in a bit. Right, okay, so these are the sheets. Blooming heavy. I think we're going to go for these, so I'm just going to have a chat with the guy now, see if we can get a bit of a discount for a few, especially as we've got new sizes now as well. But they're like a cement concrete with fibres in them. A bit like the old asbestos ones, if anyone remembers those, but apparently not as brittle. They come in 1.5, 2 and 3 metre lengths, or 2, 3 and 3.5 metre lengths, so we'll go check it out. Right, so we found our sheets. The sizes varied from the other day when we came and got a price. So we've done it. We've negotiated a good cash price with the chap. We picked the sheets up either Friday or Monday because they don't open the weekend, and you just fire them in with these nails, which surprised me. I thought they'd be screwed in, but they just hammer straight through no need to drill them, just hammer straight through and straight into the wood. So we'll have to wait till then. In the meantime, we can get the roof on. It'll probably take us a couple of days to get it on anyway. That's the afternoon breeze again. I hope you can hear me alright. And what I'm going to do, we've sorted the roof out now. Going to be 12 sheets. The roof in total, including the beams, is going to weigh about 700 kilos. Which sounds like a lot, but when you think about it, we've got 6 legs. It's just over 100 kilos a post. What I'm going to do, when they go on, I'm going to triangulate the corners using the offcuts from the beams, and then our support will sit on top of there. As I say, I'm going to notch these out so that'll look pretty. On the back, I'm just going to put verticals down in the centre and on the legs to carry the weight through to the ground. And then there's going to be 14 beams going across the top, every 500 nearest down, every 500 millimeters, just under 2 foot, to support the sheets. So yeah, fantastic, really pleased we got that sorted out. I'm coming out of the wind. It's quite difficult sometimes trying to sort out you know, how you're going to do things, especially here in Spain. I mean, the availability of stuff is certainly nothing like the UK, and I'm sure the States also. You know, you plan to use X material, and you look, and then you see they even say they've got it in stock online on the system. You order it, you go down, and they haven't got it. It's out of stock. So I've ordered this stuff for the roof. Now I know I'm finally going to design the roof. Kind of try to explain. It's not always that easy, but over the next couple of days you'll see it. I don't know if we're going to get much done tomorrow because I've got other things we need to do tomorrow, but we're keeping that secret until tomorrow. But that's it for today. We've not got a lot done. Been quite frustrating, really, especially as temperatures have been kind of reasonable. But yeah, at least we've got a plan. We've got all the stuff we need. We've got the rest of the stuff ordered. It's all going to arrive, and yeah, it'll be up before long now, before too long. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, consider subscribing below. It doesn't cost anything, as we said before, and if you select the little bell and click all, you'll get notified by YouTube every time we upload a video. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for the subscribers. Thanks for the positive comments. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.